Hello everybody, welcome back to the Perfect Storm Day Trading channel on YouTube. The purpose of this channel is to demonstrate day trade and swing trade techniques from the new book, The Perfect Storm. This book will be available soon at cosmoeconomics.com. Stay tuned for information regarding the public debut of the Perfect Storm Trading Room, where you can subscribe to the room and participate in the trades that are triggered by using these tools. In today's video, the first thing we're going to do is update the planetary ingress chart that was shown in the second video to bring that current and show you how that performed over the last few months. And also to demonstrate a new Excel tool which was just created, which gives turning points and predicts swings that last from 30 minutes to many hours. This tool is based on Astro Energy and it has three components. There's a short term, a medium term, and a little bit longer term picture. In this video, we will be concentrating on the blue line, which is the medium term, and the gray line, which is the short term trend, and look at how they integrate and work together with each other. These chart examples are recent. They're taken from last week and then from this week through September 29th. With this tool, we can look at the week ahead. We can look at a 24-hour period of a complete day. We can break that down into two 12-hour segments and look at the first 12 hours and the second 12 hours of the day. And we can also really dial it in and look at any particular 2-hour segment for some fine-tuning of the trend and turning points. But first, let's review the ingress chart that we showed in the prior video. I believe where we had left off on this chart was in May, and the last ingress point shown on the chart was over here with Venus retrograde back on 5/14/20. Some further points coming right through into September 29th. We had the sun come in June 15th. June 29th, we had an ingress and a retrograde planet. Venus on 7/31, Mars 8/15, Venus on 8/31, Mercury goes to Virgo on 9/2, and then we had 9/21, which was yesterday, where we had a high on the 28th. We made a lower low yesterday, and it's still to be determined which way we go from here. So that brings us up to date on ingress. Now we'll move forward and take a look at the new tool. Now what I've done here, I'm showing the Excel tool on top, the upper part of the screenshot, and then I have the actual price chart shown below that. That's a 60-minute chart of the ESE mini contract. And what I've done here, you can see that we have the green line is our major point and the blue line is our medium point. And what this is an energy pattern, and what we're looking at is to track this energy pattern. So on this particular video, what we're doing is tracking the green line where we have a market low Monday morning on the 21st at 10 a.m. You see we have a low on the green line, and then I marked out the trend with the black trend line. So our projected trend for the week, and this is all knowable in advance, is an upswing to late on the 23rd. We swing back down into early morning around 10 a.m., 11 a.m. on the 24th, and then we're back up into the 25th to the end of the week with an uptrend. So you can see on the Excel chart, I marked that move with a black trend line, highlighting the green trend indicator of our primary trend. And then on the price chart, I marked the same points in time with the white line, which are the same exact points in time of the black line shown on the Excel chart. So you can see that we pretty much had the swing pattern mapped out on the 60-minute chart for the whole week. And what we can then do is fine tune this overall trend indication with a little bit closer look. You can see on the Excel sheet, you can see the dates. We have 9/21 here, 9/22 here, 9/23, 9/24, and then 9/25 till the Friday close at 1600 hours or 4 p.m. On this next chart, I have the Excel shot on the left. That's the 24-hour chart. That chart is showing the medium trend in blue and the quick trend in gray. And what you have, the red trend line on both charts, the red trend line marks the uptrend on the Excel sheet from the low at 1:42 a.m. And on the price chart over here, 1:42 a.m. is marked where the red trend line starts. That projected swing trend on the Excel sheet goes up until about 14:48 in the afternoon. You can see that the price chart made a high, two highs at 14:24 and 14:48. We moved down into a low. You see the 1600 low on the chart was marked out with the minor trend low at 1600 on the Excel sheet. The trend started back up from there in off hours. The actual blue trend low came around 1800, marked here on the with the blue arrow on the price chart, and then the trend starts back up at 1800 as shown off of the low on the Excel sheet, and that move is up to 2100 hours at this spike high. Here's a chart for the very next day, September 29th. The Excel sheet again on the left, looking at the 24-hour chart, the price chart of the action from just after midnight to the close at 1600 yesterday, price chart on the right. You can see in the first segment, marked out by the two black trend lines, our trend had inverted. So we started out with an uptrend into a downtrend marked by the black line on the Excel. In the market, the trend, which started at 00 hour 55 minutes, was actually a downtrend and then up to the 7:12 a.m. turning point. And you can see at that point, we go back to the red trend line where we move down to up to down. The price chart, make that high at 712. We're down to 813. 813 takes place at the spike low on the minor trend right around the time that we're making a low on our blue trend indication. We move back up to the high. The actual high comes in at 1024 where we have the spike high on our minor trend. Here's the 1024 high on the price chart, and then we're down until 1556 in the afternoon. You can see our blue trend line is down and our low comes in at 1556, which is the actual spike low on our gray line minor indicator on the Excel sheet. On this next chart, we're illustrating the trend along with some of the gray line minor indicator extreme points which cause the turning points in the market. Again, this plot on the Excel sheet is all made in advance before the market trades. You can see this black trend line indicates our blue medium-term trend is down. That's represented on the price chart by the white trend line, which gives us that trend indication for that period of time. The triangle on the Excel sheet right over here marks the high on the gray line, which is synonymous with the high over on the price chart of around just about 10:30 a.m. on that particular day. This is the 29th. And then you can see that these three triangles marked in black on the Excel sheet are marking these extreme lows on the gray minor trend line, this low here, this second low here, and this third low here. When you transfer those time points to the price chart, you are getting these three lows marked by the white triangles. This marks a low, which was 1 4-minute bar off. The secondary low was 1 4-minute bar off here. And then the last one around 120 was exact, which sets the tone for that afternoon swing upward. On this next chart, you can see I have 3 points marked. I have 3 points marked with black triangles on the Excel sheet. Those same points are marked on the price chart with white triangles. What we're looking at here is, do we get some indication when our blue trend crosses over the 0 line? In this case, at the first point, somewhere around 9 a.m., we get this swing high at 9 a.m. in the market. We then move up in trend, it comes back down, and when it comes back down and touches the 0 line right around noon, we get the second black triangle on the Excel chart, which marks this area on the price chart, which is 1 bar off a significant swing low. And then what happens, our trend indication, our blue line on the Excel sheet, stays flat and stays at 0 and doesn't leave 0 until about 1304. And then right at 1304, which is marked here by the black triangle on the Excel chart, we look at that point on the price chart where we're marked with a white triangle, and at 1304 we have a swing high, and then we push down for about 16 minutes from that point. So the 0 crosses of the trend indication line can also give us turning points in the market. On this next chart, I'd like to zoom in on a 2-hour window. This particular window that I'm zooming in on the Excel sheet, I'm starting from 0400, 4 a.m., and we're looking at the period to 0600. So we're looking at this 2-hour period broken down. So I've marked the short minor swing, our gray line, I've marked it out with a red pencil showing the trend and the time points. I then am transferring that to the price chart. I've marked the same swings at the same time points on the price chart, and you can get a look at this and see how closely the price action tracked our 2-hour minor swing indication. On this next and final chart, I'm doing the same thing as the prior chart, only we're looking at the next 2-hour window from 6 to 8 a.m. or from 0600 hours to 0800 hours on the Excel sheet. I've done the same thing. I've marked out with my red pencil the overall trend of our minor gray line. You can see the 6 swing pivots. I've transferred those to the price chart between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. You can see those same 6 pivots, how they map out the swing indication in the market pretty closely. So that's a nice tool. So you can see we can identify the longer swings intra-week, get the major swings with the bigger picture off of our weekly chart, and we can drill that all the way down to each individual day and break that down into 2-hour periods and identify what is likely to happen in the market during these times. And this is all knowable in advance. So thanks for watching, and we'll be back again with another video soon. We'll see you then.